against Philadelphia. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when the team continues to attack the goal and come away with layup. It demoralizes the defense.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Is it out there with McLemore? And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Fry. And foul call as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
Probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
It wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this team.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. Green dishes to Plumlee. Blocked. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Fry. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I just love the rhythm they got into offensively. It really started to click from the outset, and it carried through the whole way.
And that result was indeed impressive. They basically cruised all the way home.
And here are the Kings now after the Suns pick up 2. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
So deflating for a team, coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
The drive by Gay. And here's Fry from the arc. Shot's good. Fry's got 5 now.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on when he's off to the good start.
Plumlee sets the pick for Dragic. To the left side wing. Morris passes to Bledsoe. Kicks it to Plumlee. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Your last encounter was in Sacramento.
Remember, that last matchup went right down to the wire before they pulled it out. I thought the big difference was the contribution this team got from the bench.
How good a goal is Booth got a chance to talk with head coach Jeff Olmstead.
Well, guys, it's been a challenging year. They've won only 1 of the 3 games this season. He said one of the hurdles has been overcoming the tough shot blocking inside, adding that, quote, it's pretty easy to get it sent back if you just put your head down. You've got to drive the rim, but with awareness to react to the defense and exploit them when they overcommit. Makes sense, Kevin. Let's see if it'll play out.
Okay, Doris, thanks. It's almost like a crucial aspect to enabling your offense. You first have to get around the stifling defense, don't you?
Yeah, and I think the key, Kevin, is being the aggressor right from the outset of this game.
That means being in attack mode and not passing up any good shots that you get early.
A second ago, Steve made mention of the nail-biter these 2 teams played when they last saw each other play.
Yeah, and I'd agree with this, guys. What won them the game was their depth. They didn't have to rely on just a few guys. They got a little bit from a lot of players.
Landry, no good. Suns have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Green. Dragic has got his second bucket.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Back to Cousins. Here's Landry. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Landry's got his first points of the night. Suns have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's the screen, and it's Dragic off the drive. He used that pick to get in close.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now Fry. He's got 5. Pass to Landry. Up top, McLemore. Guarded by Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And here we go. Suns running again. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
down the floor. They look a step slow.
I agree. Well, I got 6.
Here's Fry. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Dragic is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Green in at the 3. So he's out there for Phoenix. Outside Thomas. Key against Green. There's the pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Thomas with the ball. He's against Fry. Offensive rebound. The pass to counts in 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. This young guy is explosive.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Green. To the wing on the left. Warren dishes to Dragic. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And Thompson sends it back. And now Sacramento on the break. There's Moore. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 3-point Phoenix lead.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
No good from Dragic. The Kings have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And Fry kicks to Thompson. Up top Fry. He's guarded by Dragic. Now here's Fry. 10 points for him.
Get a chance here to take a look at Goran Dragic's numbers. He's been having a really excellent year. He's right around 21 points tonight, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. I'll tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. Move the needle another notch higher, especially.
Let's now go to the sideline to catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Out against the 76ers was a big factor. He finished with 8 points, and he also was creating for others by getting the ball in a position to score it. This game is just the latest performance in what has been a hot streak for him. Will he bring the fire tonight, guys?
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of time from that game, clearly, Steve.
Yeah, he played a huge role for them. His contributions are always important, but I thought he was particularly good that night.
Yeah, he was very solid. Just really locked in, engaged, on task. Solid performance.
The Suns leading by 3. The drive by Green. Off the left ring and out. The Kings shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Fry with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. And Fry kicks to Gay. The dish to Fry. To the middle. And to find Thompson who gets it to him. As we close into the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at Sacramento. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference is looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And checking out Phoenix, just a few spots below there.
You know, for the Kings, they put together what I would call a dream season. I mean, they've elevated their play and have really become a team that makes it tough for everybody. They're a squad to be reckoned with.
Well, Clark, the playoffs are going to be the real test for them. You know, sometimes for a team on the rise, they can get to the point where everything crashes down on them when the pressure rises. We'll see how they respond.
And he gets it to go.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
side, Green. Dragic with it, looking on Fry. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. And that's now 10 points for Goran Dragic. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting.
Goran Dragic, nicknamed Goji, grew up in Slovenia. His mom played hoops. His dad played soccer. Goji started out playing soccer, but when he hurt his leg, his mom said, no more of that pitch stuff. We're going to the round ball and the hardwood. So he went to basketball, and I have to say it worked out pretty well. Good call by mom on that, too. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Now, here's Thompson. He's tightly guarded. Fry passes to Terry. Thompson right side. We get to the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Jason Thompson, 6'11".
I like that shooting.
Proven to be a pretty solid NBA player. Very well-rounded game.
And the Sun. And we're through 2 here.
Well, Goran, how do you rate?
All right, fellas. Still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Been a stellar outing in this one for the Wizards. He's got 14 points.
Just looked really good today.
The Kings leading. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings.
Man, get off him.
Not working, man. Let it go.
Nah, man, that was a cheap shot. He wasn't even going for the ball, let alone looking at it.
We need you, man. You retaliate, you're the one that'll run. Chill.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
One more time and you're done. You heard me?
Well, Clark, I didn't know it was going to happen when tempers started to flare, but it looks like cooler heads have prevailed.
You know, some words were exchanged, but nothing really escalated, which I like to see. It seems like everybody on both sides recognized that they were dangerously close to perhaps getting tossed and caught better.
4 on the shot clock. Gay drives in. Phoenix grabs the miss. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Green dishes some more. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And now let's find out which teams excelled from the free throw line in the season's second half. The Kings in second.
You know what? Since that break, perhaps they got themselves into the gym and spent some extra time working on those free throws and recognized how good they could be with added practice.
The defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
And Green gets it to go. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Cousins with a screen on Dragic. And Fry kicks to Cousins. Buries it down low. Cousins has got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Bledsoe. Sacramento grabs the miss. Gay's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, the 2014 draft received the highest ever television ratings, eclipsing even LeBron James's draft back in 2003. Fan interest continues to grow, and the league is now considering moving the draft after July 1st, packaging it with a season-ending award show. Guys, it could make for some pretty exciting theater.
Doris, that'll be something. Thanks.
Well, there might not be time for guys like Durant to give a 15-minute acceptance speech, but I think it would be fun.
There's McLemore. There's the bucket. Good. And now a 6-point Kings lead.
Didn't really try to take on the D by himself. I like that. Very unselfish play.
Against the pass to Plumlee. Bledsoe off the drive. Shoots from the line, and that one's good. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys. And let's check out the story of the stats for Eric Bledsoe. We've got some big-time performances for him. 6 assists and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contribution.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
No good from front.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look. Just lost his focus.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Gerald Green, hot and cold throughout his career, drafted 17th back in 2005. Steve, the 2007 dunk contest champ, we were there to see that. Then out of the league for over 2 seasons.
Well, Kevin, he was even waived by his teams in Russia and China. So think about how much he's improved. It's incredible. He's always had the talent to play in this league. I think, had to figure out his niche and understand how to limit his mistakes. But last year, a terrific campaign for him. That was a layup. You've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
There's the screen. And it's Dragic off the drive. Plumlee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You talk about Green's dunk contest when it's 6'8" with 39 inch vertical. I think that 39 might be low. I've seen Gerald put his head in the rim and look down. I mean, in games, I can't even do it justice trying to describe it. Just go online and look up some of Gerald Green's dunks. You'll be amazed.
Warren's checked in for Morris. And the Kings also making a change. Thompson is checked in for Carl Landry.
They played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And Plumlee kicks to Bledsoe. And he lays it straight in. Bledsoe's got 10 points in the game.
And you look at Green's athleticism, I think he can continue to improve as far as rebounding and defense. He has all the tools to be an impact player at that end as well.
Cousins with a screen for Gay. Here's Fry, and he dumps it down.
Pure hustle on that play. And that's what it takes on the offensive board. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Eric Bledsoe. The Kings have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Thompson dishes to Gay. Last possessions. Cousins picks to Gay. Sacramento moving it around. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Over in the corner, Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Here's Sessions, averaging 8 points a game. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gay. Again, Sacramento.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Gets the pass to Plumlee. Bledsoe kicks to Green. Good work defensively by Gay.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Sessions, no good.
Really good defense. They're forcing that double clutch shot.
Here's Warren. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
No good from Cousins.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy duke.
The shot is no good. The points come. of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this basket. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
It's go time.
He's checked in for Phoenix. And then for Sacramento, Cousins comes in for Thompson. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Stauskas. They got P.J. Tucker, Anthony Tolliver out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Thomas. And it's Bledsoe in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Sacramento leading by 10. And here is Frank. Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thomas goes in. He gets it to fall. It's just a single-digit lead.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
And Bryant kicks to Cousins. Fires at the elbow. And the basket good. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for Sacramento.
Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Outside Thomas. Tolliver for 3. Landry grabs the miss. Sacramento's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Plumlee comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Green in for P.J. Tucker. Cousins dishes to Fry. And he gets it to go.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing us.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. Marcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
Thomas goes in, rejected by Fry. Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Thomas with the ball. That's good. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Kings leading now by 11. Now Frost. This is the McLemore. Stolen by Bledsoe. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Thomas, and there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Looking at the game for Thomas, he has 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Just 5 to shoot. Fry passes to McLemore. No luck.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Gay with the block. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. And the Suns making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Suns trail by 13. Dragic left side. He dishes it to Bledsoe. Back to Dragic. Unloads. Phoenix no good that time either. Kings have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Up top Fry. He's guarded by Dragic. Over in the corner, Cousins. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. And he nails the jumper. And the Kings lead by 15.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Kings.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
And that was a huge advantage. The free throw game, always a significant barometer in terms of who wins and loses.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Well, not only are they on their way to winning this game, but they're also getting the win in the season series.
Huge motivation for them today, beating a conference opponent in the